Are you smiling?
No, you guys don't have to do anything.
Eddie, Ray.
Alright. The topic I'm going to be talking to you guys about is pro-life versus pro-choice. When I think of abortion, I think it's very easy. You either want the baby or you don't. It's easier said than done, of course, because you have to take into account the physical, mental, and financial being of the mother making the decision. So why can't we as a country come together on a mutual agreement on such a significant topic? The purpose of this paper is to not tell you about what I believe is right or wrong when thinking about an abortion, but to inform you on facts and decisions when discussing an abortion, to give you guys the right to believe or to think like what you guys want to think about an abortion. I believe abortions are a very touchy subject to some and have been a long talked about process, which is why I'm going to discuss today both viewpoints of this highly significant topic through expertise testimony, examples of pros and cons from both viewpoints, simple facts and statistics from credible sources, allowing you guys to make up a final decision. The main points I'm going to talk about are basically the overall abortion process, both from the pro-choice and pro-life standpoint, explaining each point's significance and the way they believe their opinion is moral. The concept on whether or not getting an abortion is right or wrong depends on the women's view of the baby, which explains how diversified this topic is. Getting an abortion is best decided by the women partaking in the abortion process rather than a bunch of politicians who aren't personally affected by a certain woman's abortion. Pro-choice. According to Suzanne Dudley, the executive director at the Society of Psychological Studies of Social Issues, half of all pregnancies are unintended, resulting in about 1.3 million abortions annually. According to the Guttmacher Institute, 9 out of 10 abortions are performed during the course of pregnancy, and less than 2% are performed after 21 weeks. Why do pro-choice people see their point as moral? Women turn to abortions for many reasons, including financial instability. They're too young and too immature to raise a child on their own. The contraceptive didn't work, and many other reasons. Some women mistakenly get pregnant as a result of unprotected and unsafe sex. Contraceptive's not working, so they look at the baby as a mistake, and if they're looking at the baby as a mistake, the baby's probably not going to be brought up the way that it should be. If the woman wasn't mature enough to have smart and safe sex, then why should we allow them to engage in an abortion? Something that is much more substantial and could have an abundant amount of side effects. Pro-life. According to Eric Taylor, abortions have killed 73 times more people than the people who have died in all 12 of the past wars combined. According to Linda Lowen, 1.5 million American homes want to adopt a child, so there's no such thing as an unwanted baby. Why do they see pro-life as moral? Killing a baby fetus is basically killing a human being, which is going against God's commandment. Since there are so many types of contraceptives offered, they shouldn't be using birth control as a they shouldn't be using abortion as a birth control or a contraceptive. There's a vast amount of mixed emotions when discussing an abortion due to things like the way they're raised, their religion, their background, their financial state, and many others, yet each side has trouble seeing the opposing viewpoints. There are many positive and negatives from both standpoints, but which one is really true? Or which one is really the right thing to do? If a woman isn't going to raise her child properly, show them unconditional love and support them financially by providing them with a roof over their head and a constant supply of food, then I feel that a woman should get an abortion. Pros for pro-choice. According to Stephen Markoff, a woman's right to get an abortion or not is a fundamental right stated by the Supreme Court. Markoff also states that abortions are crucial because contraceptives aren't always 100% effective. Cons for pro-choice. Abortions involve an immense amount of surgery and it's very hard on a woman's body. Also found by Markoff, allowing abortion goes against the Founding Fathers' unalienable rights to live in the U.S. Pros for pro-life. It eliminates millions of deaths per year. People shouldn't be paying for something that they find immoral. Cons for pro-life: it takes away from women's rights. It makes it very difficult on a woman who isn't financially stable. If they get raped and they have a child, if you don't have an abortion, that could be very hard on her. And an unintended pregnancy. So both sides have a vast amount of points and rebuttals on each other's opposing viewpoints, which basically answers my question on why this topic hasn't come to a mutual agreement. Why is pro-choice socially significant for you guys to know? We must make a valid rule defining women's rights, granting them initial and final say on whether they want to get an abortion or not. Applying Suzanne Dudley's statistics, taking away 1.3 million abortions annually doesn't seem right. When we can make it legal, allowing those to get an abortion who feel it is just, and those who don't want to get an abortion kind of just avoid the process. Why is pro-life socially significant for you guys to know? Making a law where killing babies, innocent babies, it just doesn't seem right. And I feel like we need to come together to protect these babies by creating a law illegalizing abortions. Enhancing the stimulation to provide women with low-paid contraceptives, eliminating the cruel process of an abortion, not only on the baby's body, but also the woman going through with the process. In conclusion, after providing you guys with an abundant amount of statistics and beliefs from both opposing viewpoints, I hope you understand the abortion process is a highly discussed topic with many different beliefs and is very significant in today's talk. Just to review main points for pro-life: murdering babies is going against God's commandment. Abortions are more expensive than contraceptives that are offered. The abortion process is very harsh on a woman's body. The choice of abortions are often made by immature young women who aren't financially stable to raise a baby on their own. Main points for pro-choice: it is not right to take away women's rights. I feel like a woman should have a final say in whether they want to bring their child into this world or not. If a woman doesn't want to love her baby and she doesn't want to support her, then she should definitely get an abortion, because that's not right for an innocent baby to be brought into this world and living in low paid. If abortions are being used so often, why take them away? The topic of abortions evoke many diverse convictions of this socially significant order due to the roles of men and women, financial stability, human maturity, sexual morality, and the significance of children in each other's lives. And I feel like this topic deserves a structured answer for everyone. Thank you. Before you stop, make sure that everyone's still here, so we'll record everyone that they're still here.
8 minutes and 42 seconds.
Yeah, that's pretty long. So.